I hate bullies, thugs who use their strength to push other people around. They think they can achieve power and hang on to it by intimidating others. Sadly, sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. And now we have Trump. He's all that, about intimidation, retribution. He's going to prosecute. He's going to send you to jail for having an abortion. He's going to take your Medicare and Social Security away. He's going to deport you. He's going to send the military after you if you defy him. You know what this shit works on? The MAGA politicians who are afraid of losing their power. They're so afraid of him, he's got them kissing his ass. And now they're trying to intimidate us. We will not allow that, not even for a minute, not even for a second. We need to show them our power and vote them all out, every one of them. The way to take down a bully is to look him straight in the eye.
Robert De Niro released a verbal bomb so powerful that even Melon's normally icy gaze may be melting. Did he reveal some top-secret Mar-a-Lago drama, or did he just say what we've all been thinking, that Trump is likely to lose it? Fox News is extremely vigilant, and Melania is likely still processing.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the...
When it comes to Trump, De Niro has never held back and has used verbal grenades in interviews, released ferocious outbursts during award events, and made sure his contempt was evident even in discussions that had nothing to do with politics. However, this time he went directly off course and into Melania's domain, and as soon as he said those remarks, the atmosphere changed. As the audience took in what had just been spoken, there were chuckles and a few wide-eyed expressions.
Yeah, and they didn't allow much access, the way I understand it, to Madoff with Trump when he's in jail, and that I certainly am looking forward to. When he's in jail, if they give him a platform there, he'll never keep his mouth shut. Madoff, for some reason, they stopped. They didn't. I know that people who interviewed him had very limited access to him. But with Trump, it will be. He's another form of.
Was it a joke? The internet wasted no time in analyzing every word, and within minutes, videos of the moment were saturating social media with captions like, De Niro just shattered the Matrix, and did he just confirm what we all suspected? One viral post featured Melania's face edited onto a scene from The Truman Show, while another showed Trump frantically typing how to revoke citizenship into a search bar. Perhaps this was a casual observation laced with razor-sharp wit, but was there something more that
Do you feel like you're in a different space now than you were 8 years ago?
I feel I was always me the first time as well. I just feel that people didn't accept me, maybe. They didn't understand me the way maybe they do now.
She has been stepping out a little bit more publicly in recent months after really being a non-presence during the campaign. She released that memoir, there's that documentary forthcoming, and this morning talking a little bit more on Fox about how she views the role as First Lady. She also talked about how she sometimes might disagree with Donald Trump.
Maybe some people, they see me as just a wife of the president, but I'm standing on my own 2 feet, independent. I have my own thoughts. I have my own yes and no. I don't always agree what my husband is saying or doing, and that's okay.
Are you able to tell him when you disagree?
I gave him my advice, and sometimes he listens, sometimes he doesn't, and that's okay.
Some believed that De Niro had only made a light-hearted remark to keep the roast going, but others were certain that he had revealed a deeper truth that had been brewing for years. Was Melania just an unwilling participant in the Trump circus, or was there more to it? De Niro's remark, whether deliberate or not, had started a new conversation that no one had noticed. Arriving.
Robert De Niro had the audacity to compare a Trump presidency to Nazi Germany.
And I think
The attempt to end my husband's life was a horrible, distressing experience. Now, the silence around it feels heavy. I can't help but wonder, Why didn't law enforcement officials arrest the shooter before the speech? There is definitely more to this story, and we need to uncover.
Naturally, social media erupted into a heated argument, with some contending that Dario had gone too far and others arguing that, in light of everything, nobody in that orbit should be viewed as beyond bounds. If Trump's career has been founded on insults, he had better be prepared to accept a few posts that are summarized in a single statement. For years, Melania has been sending us cryptic messages. De Niro just expressed it. Whether he intended to or not, Dario had thrust Melania into the public eye, making her the focus of the most recent political firestorm. Would Trump jump to her defense, or would they both act as if it had never happened? As Trump descends into yet another late-night social media meltdown, furious about Hollywood fraudsters and witch hunt attacks on his wife, the world watched with popcorn in hand.
Are you worried about your husband's safety in the next 29 days?
Of course I do. Yes, I do. I think, when they call him, he's a threat to democracy, let's ask ourselves, who is really a threat to democracy? They are ongoing with the lawfare against the former president, as well as, trying to get him off the voting ballots and trying to, silence him. So, yes, of course, I was always afraid what can happen, and that they continuing with that kind of language is just, they thought it's a...
Melania Trump has spent years honing the most impenetrable poker face in modern political history. The expression could mean anything from mild annoyance to simply mentally reliving her favorite spa playlist. But did Robert De Niro finally succeed in making an impression? Did the Hollywood legend do what late-night hosts on Twitter failed to do? The internet was on high alert right away, with some people assuming she was fuming behind closed doors, quietly monologuing in Slovenian about how this was not in her prenuptial agreement. Others thought she hadn't even heard about it yet. Still others thought she was enjoying a peaceful day at Mar-a-Lago.
Melania Trump reappeared at Trump's big dollar fundraiser in Florida over the weekend, looking absolutely miserable, looking like she is being held hostage. You have to see this.
Just wanting change. The rich people want it, poor people want it, everybody wants change. Our country is really doing poorly. We're a laughing stock all over the world, and we're going to get that change very quickly. And this has been some incredible evening before.
The suspicions that Melania has been conspicuously missing from the campaign trail for very specific reasons, she doesn't want to be there, it seemed to be borne out by her presence here.
Option 1 is a complete social media collapse that is so severe that it wrecks the Truth Social servers. 2 turn to a fresh beef. The insanity train isn't stopping, whether he accuses De Niro of being a Hollywood deep state agent or says Clooney rig won the Oscars.